Okay, what do you want to do first?
Do you want to do
My solo.
You want to do your solo first?
Okay.
My favorite part about dance is when the movement and the music come together and it just feels perfect on stage. It feels like you're taking a really big breath of air outside or something when everything comes together. I always have loved it. I remember, I think maybe it was my second ballet recital, so I was 8 or 9, and a girl next to me turned the wrong way. And I remember in the performance, I was so upset with her because I was like, it's not supposed to be that way, it's supposed to go this way. And I've always loved it. There are days where I'm tired of doing dance just because you get exhausted, but I've never not loved it. I think we are really lucky to have a huge arts culture in Kansas City because there are other dance schools in the country that have great programs, but they're in the middle of nowhere. But we can go and see a dance show or a music concert almost every weekend. Like there's always something going on. And we can perform at the Kaufman Center, we can perform at the Folly Theater. There are so many different places for us to be, so it's great. So when you dance, there's your technique and then there's your artistry. And you can't have one without the other. If you're doing all these steps but you don't have any feeling behind it, then no one really wants to watch you. Having the good technique and the artistry together is what makes a great dancer. I personally like doing emotional dances because it gives me something to focus on other than the hard steps that I'm doing. And it makes your movement quality flow together. Though sometimes it's nice to just do a dance that you don't have to think about anything, so it just kind of depends on what you're doing. The worst part about performing is walking off the stage and regretting it and wishing you would have done something differently or wishing you would have done, you just wish it would have gone better, and that's the worst. But the best feeling is be able to walk off the stage and be like, okay, I put it all out there and I did my best.
For my solo, I wanted to ask a close mentor of mine, David Justin, to choreograph a piece that meant a lot to me. I wanted it to be based off of a story of mine that had happened to me over my junior year, which was to come out as a gay man. And I received much more backlash than anyone should have ever had to. I was rejected by some family, some close friends. I was disappointed in the world, and I was disappointed in myself. I felt like I was wrong for being who I was. And so I asked him to put this in a piece for me, and he did a better job than I ever could have asked for. I'm very thankful for the work and the effort that he put into it. I'm just your average Joe trying to get an education, and I love to dance. That sounds stupid, but I'm honestly really thankful that I had the opportunity to come here. It's taught me how to move and grow in ways that I wasn't used to from where I came from. I grew up just doing ballet, and now I'm much more confident in the modern technique and moving in a contemporary manner. They want us to walk out of here being the best that we can be, so they keep us busy, which honestly I wouldn't have it any other way. So yeah, it's hard, but I have developed probably the closest friendships that I ever have in my life since I've been here. Granted, most of them are dancers because we spend so much time together, but we've literally seen each other's blood, sweat, and tears, and I don't know, we're not friends. I think it's gonna sound so cheesy, but it's family. It really is. We are a family.
We met through school. We knew each other freshman year and then became good friends sophomore year, and then last year, junior year, we both went through a lot and we became really close because we have been partnered together a lot, so we'll be here together for rehearsals, and then we'll go home, I'll take him home, or we'll go and get queso after rehearsal, and then we just, talk because we're always around each other, so. I think us being friends makes our partnering a whole lot better. If you're comfortable with who you're dancing with, then your dancing's gonna be that much better.
I really enjoy working with her because she'll call me out for when I'm being dumb. We're very open to communication, admitting our faults, admitting what we did right, and having a conversation in order to produce the best thing we have on stage. I think it also helps with us being such close friends that I feel like we have a chemistry together that I'm gonna miss when we part ways, because partnering together feels very natural.
Well, at least for ballet, partnering is a huge part of doing ballet, because every ballet you're gonna see there's solo dancing and then there's partnering. I definitely prefer partnering now because it's a lot less nerve-wracking when you have somebody there with you. Like if you mess up together and you can get through it. If you mess up by yourself, sometimes you can save it, but it's a little more scary. It's just you can do a lot more when you dance with a partner. Like you have everything you can do by yourself, but then when you dance with someone else, you can do twice as many things.
In the dance world, there's a lot of self-discrimination because we stand in front of the mirror all day, every day, looking at every imperfection of our bodies and our techniques and our movements. I knew from the beginning that I didn't have the perfect lines, I didn't have the perfect feet, but I had the drive and the passion. I started really working on my partnering skills, and that I think has helped me get to where I am today, is being able to work with another dancer, being behind them or aside them, using each other to help us make the best line possible.
I think you always have to be working towards something, because if you don't, then you get comfortable and you don't really grow as a person or with whatever you're doing. And so I think no matter what, even if it's a small goal, I think you always have to have a goal and I'll have to always be working towards something.